Welcome to the Top Business Leaders Show, powered by Rise 25 Media. We feature top founders, executives, and business leaders from all over the world.
Chad Franson here, co-host for this show where we feature top restaurateurs, investors, and business leaders. This is part of our Spot On series. Spot On has the best-in-class payment platform for retail, and they have a flagship solution called Spot On Restaurant, where they combine marketing, software, and payments all in one. They have served everyone from larger chains like Dairy Queen and Subway to small mom-and-pop restaurants. To learn more, go to spoton.com. This episode is brought to you by Rise 25. We help B2B businesses to get ROI, clients, referrals, and strategic partnerships through Done For You podcast. If you have a B2B business and want to build great relationships with clients, referral partners, and thought leaders in your space, there's no better way to do it than through podcasts and content marketing. To learn more, go to rise25media.com or email us at support@rise25media.com. David Grossman is president and CEO at Epic Burger. He is a Chicago native and lifelong player in the restaurant industry. After having success as a franchisee, David knew the next step was to grow and develop his own brand. Epic Burger has 8 locations, 6 of which are in downtown Chicago, and they offer the perfect mix of a quality product, a simple operation, and scalability. David, thanks for joining me. How are you today?
I'm doing great. Thank you.
Good. What are you up to?
I just walked into an Epic Burger. We are actually checking out some new menu board designs. We are going to add a couple of new burgers to the menu. We recently took some amazing pictures of all of our burgers, chicken sandwiches, adding a new veggie burger to the menu as well. And we're going to see how the images look on our menu board. So we're going to get rid of a lot of the descriptions, and we are going with pictures. I always feel like people eat with their eyes, and we're going to hopefully make our ordering process easier, and super excited about it. So that's what I've got on plan for this morning.
Very nice. How much work goes into something like that?
Oh my God. I mean, besides the creation of each burger, it's updating our app, updating our website, updating our POS system. It's a lot of work. There's a lot of planning. You just don't simply change your menus. There's a lot that goes into it.
What about
programming? A lot of time. Yeah.
What about getting the images?
The images, we've got an amazing photographer in Chicago, and we set up a photo shoot, and every time we add a new burger, or like I mentioned, this new veggie burger, we bring him out, and he brings a stylist with him, spends roughly a half a day to maybe get 4 great shots. So yeah, it's expensive, but it's worth it. Because again, I think people do eat with their eyes, and good photographs, good imagery will help sell product.
Very nice. We'll get more into Epic Burger in a moment. I want to find out a little bit more about your background. You've been working in the restaurant industry since at least the 80s. What was your first job?
So my first job was a pizza delivery guy at a place called Mario's Pizza, a suburb of Chicago, and really learned the business. Helped out, made hot dogs and burgers on the grill, Italian beef sandwiches, filled fries, handed out food. But really delivered pizzas. I thought it was the greatest job in the world. Got to listen to some music, cruise around town, deliver food, and really kind of caught the bug. Went on to college. I helped a buddy open up a Chicago-style hot dog stand in Lawrence, Kansas. I went to KU, University of Kansas in Lawrence. And then I came home, and my first real job was with Subway development. Worked for a guy who had the rights to Subway, and helped him open up probably about 125, 150 locations all over Chicagoland. Went to Subway training in Milford, Connecticut. Just an amazing experience working for him. Meeting the founder of Subway, Fred DeLuca, taught me a ton about the restaurant business, about real estate, about franchising, about people. So yeah, that's kind of my path.
What is it about you said you caught the bug. What does that mean? What is it about the restaurant industry that's so invigorating for you?
There's so many things. I mean, honestly, I love to develop people. I mean, I love to eat. So that's a given, but I love to develop people. I love to, see people come on board maybe as an hourly worker, become a shift lead, become an assistant manager, become a manager, become an area director, become a director of operations, maybe become a partner of mine. So I love to see people grow. I love to develop people. And that's a big part of the business. And then I love doing deals. I love the real estate component. I love going out and finding a site, um, negotiating a lease, designing a store, building a store, and just love the energy around a grand opening. I love how many things need to come together in such a short period of time. There's 1,000 things that need to get done before a restaurant opens. And just the teamwork, the togetherness, the sweat, sometimes the tears. It's awesome. When it comes together and it works, it's just so gratifying. And I just can't wait to do it again and again and again. That's what I like to do. I like to open units. I love to find a concept that I can scale, that I can find the simplicity in, and simply grow it.
You were the director of leasing at Subway in the most of the '90s. It looks like. What went into that? You said you opened over 100 restaurants, or you helped open 100 restaurants.
Yep. My primary focus was really to find the site, negotiate the lease, design the store, and get it built. And really, once it's built, I handed off the store to the operations team. But I gave a handful of seminars. I sold franchises, met with franchisees, drove around with them to help them find a location. And, that was a very tedious process. To find the right site takes time. You think you may have found the right site, and you find out that the space is just too big, or you find this great site and maybe the rent is too high, or you find this great site and you find out that the landlord will not do any more food just because of maybe some parking issues, or maybe there's some exclusivity in the center where somebody already has an exclusive on food. So you really need to be patient. You need to be diligent. If there is a site that you like, or that somebody likes, my advice to them is to be patient. Eventually, either it will become available because businesses change and things change, or something within really close proximity will become available. So the real estate process, I love to go out and study a site, go there morning, noon, and night, go there on weekends, weekdays, see the traffic, see how the competitors do. I like to observe the volumes at a Starbucks nearby, or a Chipotle, or a Noodle and Company, or Potbelly, or any other burger chain for that matter. Obviously, I want to be in sites where the average volume is higher than most other averages for the various other food concepts in the area. So I love the real estate component. There's so much that Subway taught me. One thing that I like to share with anyone who I speak to, Fred DeLuca taught me something that resonated with me. And anytime a landlord quotes a rent, the first two words out of my mouth, and the first two words out of anyone's mouth who is looking at a site, should be "sounds high." And what that does is it puts the landlord on the defensive. And he either will defend his position. He'll either say, "What are you talking about? This sounds high. This location is unbelievable. The Ulta is doing, $9 million and it's number one on the chain. The Chipotle is doing $3.2 million. It's number one in the Chicago market. Chick-fil-A is doing, $6.2 million. It's so they'll defend themselves, and they will describe how significant this location is. And you didn't lose anything. You just made him defend his position. Or the other common response is the landlord will say, "Well, it's negotiable." So he'll quote a rent. You say it sounds high, and he comes back right away and says, "Well, that's negotiable. It's my starting number. Tell me what you think is fair." And he's already come down on the rents. without you doing much work. So Fred DeLuca said, whether you're buying a house, a car, a boat, or anything, anytime anyone quotes you a number, the first two words out of your mouth should be sounds high.
Even if it really doesn't.
Even if it doesn't. I mean, if the landlord's going to say, "What do you mean it sounds high? This is a below market rent," and you can say, "Yeah, I just thought it sounded high." So, yeah, it's helped me negotiate deals. Again, not just for real estate, but whether I'm buying a car or a boat, or it doesn't matter what it is. Those are two great words.
That's great.
Keep
That's
in
great.
mind.
Great advice. So, with all that experience, you were probably a perfect candidate for a franchisee. What was your first experience as a franchisee?
As a franchisee, well, my first experience was really with Subway.
Okay.
Again, a store had never closed in the Chicago market while I was with Subway from '89 to '96. And then a franchisee was struggling, was going through a divorce, and wanted to close the store and just go ahead and sell his equipment on the street. And I'm like, your equipment's really not going to be worth much. Why don't you, give it some time? Let me try to find a buyer for the store and hang in there for a couple of more weeks. Well, maybe a month went by, couldn't find a buyer. He said, you know what? I'm going to close it. Sunday's my last day. So I said, I'll tell you what do you want for the equipment? I'll buy it. So I ended up buying the store, increasing the sales, added some signage, added a new operating team, ran it for about 7 months, and sold it for about 2.5 times what I paid for it. It was an amazing experience as a franchisee. I learned a lot about the business. I learned a lot how hard it is to run a business. And then, it helped me have the confidence, which is so important in anything you do, whether it's playing golf or in business or certainly raising a family, to do it again and again and again. So when I got involved with Freshii, when I left General Growth, shopping mall developer, in what year was that? That was 2008. Got involved with Freshii in 2008. Freshii had 4 locations in Toronto. Salad concept, super healthy, an area that I wanted to dig into. I thought it was a cooler, hipper version of Subway. Real simple operations, no cooking, no grease, no hoods. There was no stores in Chicago. So I bought the rights for Chicago, opened up 2 stores within 2 weeks of each other. And it was a great experience. And then I went ahead and opened up about 40 Freshii locations in the Chicagoland area, and ended up doing that for about 10 years. And I sold my territory, sold my stores in 2018, which was a great exit for me.
40 is huge growth. What are the keys to making something like that a success, rather than that has the potential to be a great success or a colossal disaster?
Well, I would say 3 things. I would say first, you need to have some capital. You need to have access to a little bit of money, which I was fortunate enough to have some great investors to help me along the way. Number 2, you need to be surrounded by some good people, because you can't do this alone. You can be in one restaurant at a time, but to have 2 or 3 or 4 or 40, you really need to have an army of support, operations people, managers, general managers, people who you trust, people that you take care of, people that you give reinforcement to, people that like you, people that want to come to work. It's critical to be surrounded by good people. And then the last thing, of course, I think, is the real estate play. You've got to be patient. You've got to find the right site. You can't expand too quickly. You can't reach for locations that might be too big or too expensive. You've got to know how to say no. I'm going to pass on that location, and maybe wait for something else to become available. But I would say, having some money, having some people, and taking care of the people, knowing how to treat the people, knowing how to hire the best people, how to develop them, how to motivate them. And then, of course, being patient. is the third thing, and waiting for the right real estate and being really smart and strategic on where stores open and how to grow the brand.
Yeah, we talked about Epic Burger a little bit earlier. What made you decide it was time after your success with expanding Freshii and as a franchisee at Freshii? What made you decide it was time to start your own brand?
Yeah, so I didn't start Epic Burger. Epic Burger was started in 2008 by a guy named David Friedman. I was at the opening. I knew David. We worked out at the same health club in Chicago. David and I go way back. And then coincidentally, the money partner behind Epic is a company called Cue Ball out of Boston. There was a Freshii connection with Cue Ball. I met these guys also probably in 2009 and had a relationship with Cue Ball since 2009. So I knew Epic Burger, I knew the founder, I knew the partners, and we kept in touch over the years about how they were growing and what they were doing, and we shared successes over the years. And then about a year ago, the operating partner for Epic wanted to move on and go do something else. So Epic reached out to me. This was in the middle of COVID. Things were not good in many locations. Sales were really down. And Epic reached out and they said, hey, listen, we need some help. Can you help us make a decision of the future of our company? Can you help us make a determination if we should continue to operate? Should we operate 8 locations, 7 locations, 1 location, or no locations? So I said, sure. Came on board, and they said, basically, if you think there is a path to move forward, we would like for you to become a part of this company and either buy into it or figure out a way to become a significant partner in the company. So right away, I went to all 8 landlords, many of which who I knew, had a relationship with because of all my years in Chicago, which I think was helpful. Always being upfront with them, being transparent, being, who I am. Was able to renegotiate and restructure all 8 of the Epic leases. Sales were down. They knew they were down. COVID hit. Traffic was down in the city of Chicago, and was able to renegotiate all 8 leases. At the same time, operationally, I saw that the product and some recipes had changed from the original opening of Epic. The operating partner had tried to shrink the patty, shrunk the bun, put 2 tomatoes on a burger, 2 pickles on a burger, quit putting whipped cream on milkshakes. They tried to skimp and try to, make some money. Over the years, the website was down. So the truth is, without trying to bash the previous operating partner, the company had been neglected. I saw that it was neglected. I knew it was a great brand at one time, had a phenomenal product and a great loyal following. And I really believed that I could resurrect it. So I said to Cue Ball, I will buy 51 to 100% of the company. You tell me how much you want to stay in. I need to have control. I need to have the majority ownership. I will roll up my sleeves and fix this. But I'm not going to do it in a minority position. And they said, we believe in it as well. We believe in you. We will take 49%. We will give you 51%. Let's reach a deal, which we did relatively quickly. And long story short, I bought 51% of Epic Burger. And the goal is to grow it. The goal is, to fix it and grow it. We've made significant changes to the menu, one of which I just talked about earlier about the menu. The product is where it needs to be. The people are where they need to be. I promoted a number of individuals, and we've got a phenomenal team. We've got great culture here. Our real estate is good. Our places look good, and we are actively looking for new sites. We're actually looking to buy another burger chain here in Chicago, which I cannot get into details because the deal is not done, but would be great to buy this chain and convert these units to Epic Burger. So we've got a lot of great things going on, some great promotions. We've got some great things on social, Instagram, Facebook. The number of followers has increased. Our material and images have been just outstanding on the promotional side. So super charged, super excited every day about coming into stores, talking to customers, talking to our staff, and just making this a great product, which it once was, which it was neglected. The goal is to grow it in Chicagoland, and then go pick a second market, maybe Detroit, maybe Milwaukee, and continue to grow this thing throughout the Midwest and become a dominant burger chain throughout the Midwest.
What about Epic Burger is so unique that you were such a big believer in it, and obviously continues to still be unique?
Yeah, so good question. The tagline at Epic Burger is a more mindful burger. The founder of Epic thought of that then, and the reason it's a more mindful burger is because he really believed and cared on how the food was raised and processed and how the animals were fed, whether it was our turkey, our chicken, our beef. So all of our chicken and all of our beef is halal. I don't know if you know what halal is, but halal is a standard that the Muslim population lives by. It's similar to kosher, which the Jewish people will eat meat, but it is the way that food is raised. It's a more humane way of feeding, raising, processing, slaughtering animals. And that is something that Epic Burger has always done. And our beef and our grilled chicken is halal. And again, it's just one little example on how we care about our food. We care about all of our ingredients, our fresh tomatoes, lettuce, onions, avocado. They are, as much as we can, grown locally. We try to buy from local farmers. And that is probably our biggest difference, is our food quality. Premium Wisconsin cheeses. Our buns are baked every day here in Chicago by a local bakery. Everything is really, really cared for in terms of our food, our menu. No antibiotics, no hormones, no GMOs. So our menu is really unique in that way. And it goes down to the way we hire and treat our people as well. So the tagline, a more mindful burger, answers your question about what makes us unique. And it's really about our food, our people. It's how we even build stores. We don't have dishwashers. We try to use less energy. We don't use harsh chemicals. Everything at Epic Burger is well thought of. Our packaging is biodegradable. And we really try to think about the environment, think about our people, and certainly how our food comes in into our restaurants and how it's served as well.
I mentioned in your intro that it's a simple operation. Why would you call it that?
Again, we've got a pretty limited menu. We've got burgers, we've got a grilled chicken, we've got a crispy chicken sandwich. We serve a Beyond meatless patty. We do serve the Beyond chicken tenders, which is a plant-based chicken tender. And then starting, I believe tomorrow, we're going to bring in a garden veggie burger. Pretty simple. We've got 2 buns. We've got some French fries, some sweet potato fries, and some onion rings. A bunch of great milkshakes. Again, we use organic ice cream and organic milk in our ice creams. So it's just simple. It's not complicated. Our equipment is relatively simple, and the way our food comes in, the way it's prepared, our beef is never frozen. Our turkey, same way. It's really a simple operation. Not a lot of moving parts. Not a lot of recipes. We don't need to hire chefs. We can hire high school and college kids. We can teach them how to cook our burgers. We weigh them out. We create these great balls. We refrigerate them. bring them on the grill. We smash them down. We turn them once, put some cheese on it, and it's served. It's pretty simple and easy to clean up. Close down at the end of the day. We don't have any booze, but it's a pretty simple menu and a pretty simple operation.
We talked about some of the huge progress that you've made since you've taken over Epic Burger. Is there a milestone or a couple milestones that you're particularly proud of?
Well, again, our menu launch was really a big deal because Epic Burger has always been like a build your own concept. Come in, choose your patty, whether it's beef or turkey or chicken or beyond. Choose your bun, whether it's brioche or wheat. Choose your toppings. Do you want to add any premium toppings like an egg, bacon, avocado, or some cheese? Choose your sauces. And that's the way Epic was founded. And that's the way Epic really was until just a few months ago when we created our own like chef designed burgers. So we created the farmhouse, which is everything you'd see on a farm. It's got bacon, egg, cheese, lettuce, tomato, pickle, onion. It's just an incredible burger. We created the cowboy burger, which is a bacon barbecue cheeseburger. It's awesome. We created the hot honey chicken sandwich. It's a crispy, kind of a Nashville hot chicken sandwich, which is super popular today. We created the Cali Chicken Club, which is a grilled chicken sandwich with bacon, cheese, grilled onions. So we created about 8 burgers, and we've made the ordering process simple. We actually entered a contest in Chicago. It's the Hamburger Hop contest. There were 75 restaurants that entered, and we just found out, it was probably less than 30 days ago, that we were the winner of that contest. Our chef created a jalapeno cheese bomb burger, which is an absolutely incredible burger. It's a double burger with bacon, with fried shallots, this jalapeno cream cheese that gives it just this delicious, creamy spice, tomatoes, our Epic sauce, and pickles. And we won the citywide competition. Super proud of that. And then if I can add one more thing, the next thing that we are about to launch is basically a food challenge. It is called the Epic AF Challenge. And basically it is 2 double cheeseburgers, an order of fries, order of onion rings, an order of sweet potato fries, some chicken tenders, and a milkshake. It's a tremendous amount of food. It looks awesome. And we're going to sell it for $20.08. 2008 was the year Epic Burger started. And if you finish this in 20 minutes and 8 seconds, we will give you a $20.08 gift card. So basically your food will be free. And we're going to give you this really cool t-shirt, and you're going to be up on our Epic AF Hall of Fame. So we're going to launch this little food eating competition. Come to Chicago. So we're also going to offer a plant-based version, which will be our Beyond Burger, our Beyond Chicken Tenders. And we're going to offer a halal version that will not have bacon. And we're super excited about people coming in. Again, food should be about having some fun. Come on in, eat some burgers, bring your family. There's something for everyone. But if you have a huge appetite and you want to have some fun with your buddies, come to Epic and try the Epic AF Challenge and see if you can make it onto our Epic AF Hall of Fame and walk out with a t-shirt. It'd be pretty fun.
Nice. That sounds great. Brilliant. Couple more questions for you. We're big fans of publicly acknowledging people who have been influential for you. Who are some people in the industry that you have respected and looked to for advice and have helped you along the way?
Yeah, good question. First person that comes to mind, not necessarily in the industry, is my father. He taught me to be my own boss. My father had his own accounting firm. And he said, doesn't matter what you do, I want you to be your own boss. I don't care if you open up a flower shop, open up a garage where you fix cars. I chose the restaurant path, but he wanted me to be my own boss. And that's advice that I cherished. And certainly me and my brother followed that footstep. And love the idea of being my own boss and creating my own schedule and being an entrepreneur. Second person is my boss at Subway, a guy named Phil Macy, who I still talk to all the time. Phil taught me a ton about real estate, a ton about franchising, a ton about people. He was an amazing mentor. Taught me a lot about this business that I think about all the time. And if I had to think of a third person, again, not necessarily in the business, my wife, she's been super helpful, super supportive, knowing that sometimes I work 7 days a week, knowing that sometimes I'm not going to be home for dinner, knowing that sometimes I might need to draft an email that might be a delicate subject. She's been super helpful, super supportive, and helps me with some things that maybe I'm not as polished at. And she's been great.
What's your favorite burger?
My favorite's the farmhouse that I mentioned. It just has an amazing flavor. I love the egg, the combination of all of those flavors with bacon and cheese. It's awesome.
All right. Hey, I really appreciate your time, David. Where can people find out more about Epic Burger?
Come to Chicago. Come check out our locations. We've got a handful of stores in the city, a few in the suburbs. Hopefully, we're going to continue to grow to a neighborhood near you. Go to epicburger.com. Order on our app. Come check us out. Come try the AF Challenge. Come in and try our new veggie burger. Come and check us out. We'd love to have you in. We'd love your feedback.
Okay, great. Sounds awesome. I'm starving. I appreciate your time, and it was a pleasure to talk to you.
Yeah, thanks. Appreciate it. Take care.
You too. Thanks. So long, everybody.
Thanks for listening to the Top Business Leaders Show, powered by Rise 25. Visit rise25.com to check out more episodes of the show and to learn more about how you can start your own podcast.